Hey guys, what's up? Zyphon here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how you can build your heck as a beginning player. I'm basically just going to be showing you guys like an upgrade path for your heck and the different types of builds that you can run as a newer player to do that, like harder content like Kuva and sorties and stuff like that. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Remember to like the video and subscribe and all that there good stuff. Also, maybe check out the Patreon for early access to videos. That's my Banshee build. We're going to be checking out the heck. Here we go. Here is the basic heck for newbies build that I recommend. So on this build, we are running Hell's Chamber and Scattered Justice for multi-shot, Point Blank for damage, Contagious Spread, and Chilling Reload for viral and a little bit of reload speed, Incendiary Coat for some heat damage, which is a DOT and an armor strip, and then Shotgun Spaz for fire rate. Then the Cleanse Grenier mod is actually a multiplicative damage bonus, which is just going to boost up our damage whenever we're, fighting that faction. You might think to yourself, hey Flynn, this is kind of annoying that I got to swap out, this Cleanse mod every single time I'm playing against a different faction. Trust me, dude, it is worth it, bro. Just do it. If you really wanted to go down that route of arguing, like sometimes you have to change out elements. So is that annoying too? If you were running the wrong element, you would like completely botch your build. So the other thing that I wanted to point out with this, you could jumble around the elements on here to run corrosive and heat if you really wanted to, instead of running viral and heat. But considering that you're going to be using like Warframe abilities to buff yourself up or potentially like debuff the enemy in some type of way, so like stripping their armor or something like that, then viral and heat is generally the more safer option, because viral proc's really nice, heat proc's really nice, that type of thing. So for the remainder of this video, we're just going to talk viral and heat, more or less, right? So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be testing versus level 180 Arid heavy gunners. Now, this isn't like a proper test. You're not going to come up against level 180 Arid heavy gunners. Like the highest level enemy you're going to come up against in like star chart content, arbitration content, stuff like that is like level 120, right? So we do kill these guys kind of slow, but we still kill them in like 2 magazines of the heck, right? Now, what this build is based around is damage per second rather than like one-shotting, that type of thing. That's why we're running the likes of a fire rate mod and a reload speed mod, so we're able to dish out a lot of damage over a short amount of time. That's why this build is going to be better than some other builds out there versus the likes of Kuva, for example, because you're just going to be able to dish out like shot after shot after shot, that type of thing. So it'll help you take down those types of enemies a lot quicker as well. So yeah, just to demonstrate, you want to always be going for headshots because headshot multiplier. Don't worry too much if you're not hitting the head all the time. It's still going to deal a decent amount of damage. And yeah, here we go. So first shot, second shot, third slot, fourth shot, 5 shots to kill. There we go. Not bad at all. And of course, the more consistently you hit the head, the quicker the enemy is going to die, obviously. And of course, because you have the viral and sometimes some slash procs on there, the enemy will just sort of like bleed to death, which is very nice. Now, I think this guy has a little bit too much health left over to bleed out. Of course, we're not killing these guys extremely fast, but like I said, these guys are level 180, and you're not typically going to come up against level 180 enemies, especially if you're doing like only star chart content, right? You're going to be coming up against like level 120 maximum, right? So if we just go ahead and spawn in level 120 Arid heavy gunners, that might be a little bit more realistic for you guys. So let's take a look. Now, these guys, their armor is significantly reduced, so they're going to be taking a lot more damage from each shot, especially whenever you're applying your viral procs and whatnot. Now, that right there, we just got very unlucky with the headshots and the procs and whatnot. But don't worry, I'm going to be showing you guys an even better build than this. This is going to be like your sort of like first build to go after type of thing, right? So this isn't going to be like the finalized build or anything like that. We have upgrade 1 over here. So on this build, I basically just swapped out Hell's Chamber for Galvanized Hell. So Galvanized Hell is the mod that you pick up from the arbitrations vendor. So if you go to a relay, then you can go to the room with the Arbiters of Hexus Syndicate. A guy off to the left is going to be a vendor, and he's going to take a resource called Vitus Essence, which you farm from a game mode called Arbitrations, which you unlock whenever you complete every single node on the star chart, right? So you would use this here build to complete all the nodes in the star chart, and then a little bit in arbitrations, and then you would upgrade to this build right here. Now, the difference between Galvanized Hell and Hell's Chamber is that it starts off worse, but the more you get kills, the more multi-shot you're gonna get, right? So we're gonna have a lot more multi-shot, which is really nice. So we're gonna end up killing the enemies just a little bit faster than what we would if we were you know, using the other version of Hell's Chamber, right? So here we go. There's our first kill, and you can see the buff up there in the top right hand corner. We go up to 4 stacks, I think, and then that's whenever we're sort of at our maximum. Now you can see that we're killing these guys a lot faster. It's a 3-shot kill now, especially if we're hitting the head. That was a 4-shot kill. 1, 2, 3. There you go. So it's basically 1 less shot to kill, which is very nice, and it's a pretty easy upgrade as well. Those Galvanized Hell stacks, they last about 20 seconds, right? So you have more than enough time to get the next kill, that type of thing. So it's a pretty decent upgrade. Moving on to upgrade number 3, this is where we start to incorporate prime mods, for example. So we have primed point blank, and I'm running a primed cleanse grenadier, and this is going to give you even more damage. It is more or less the same build, guys. So it's just the prime version and then Galvanized Hell on top of that. This is going to deal a lot more damage. The time to kill is relatively going to stay sort of the same because it is just your base heck. There's only so far you can push it. It's got pretty weak stats in terms of like status chance and crit chance and stuff like that. So it's not insane, you know, but you can still see that we're dealing more damage per shot. Now we're up to a 2-shot kill, which is very nice. Those guys are spawning inside one another. That's unfortunate, but it's okay because we can kill them a lot faster, right? So yeah, it's pretty decent. And then the last build that I've got to show you guys, you're gonna have to use what's called a primer. Now, a primer is essentially a secondary weapon that you can use to apply a lot of status effects. A very early one that you can get is the Epitaph, and if you're really a pro advanced player, you can get yourself a Cuban Unicorn pretty early as well if you know, invest a little bit into Cuba Liches. But that's my Banshee build again. I keep on mispressing that, I don't know why. But that is to make use of Galvanized Savvy. So this is plus 80% status chance on kill. And then it says here 40% direct damage per status type affecting the target for 20 seconds. So essentially, if you have a status effect on a bad guy, you're going to be dealing 40% more damage. Really nice, right? So we've just replaced Scattered Justice, right? So we have a lot of multi-shot from our Galvanized Hell, so we don't have to stack too much into that. And then we're still running our Prime Cleanse Grenadier, Prime Point Blank, our Viral with our Contagious Spread, Chilly Reload, and then Incendiary Coat for heat, Shotgun Spaz for more fire rate for, you know, DPS. And yeah, this is a much better build, I would say, right? So you're going to use the Epitaph here at the Prime. You don't have to do this because you will be applying status effects whenever you're shooting at bad guys, but just to write home the point that, like, hey, the more status effects you've got applied, the more damage you deal, we're one-shotting these guys die, right? Well, it's definitely a build that you can shoot for, especially if you're like investing into farming like prime sets or ribbons or something like that by doing your sorties on a regular basis. I keep on pressing Banshee again. You can get yourself the Prime Cleanse Grenadier mod, you know, like it's not too expensive. I'm actually going to look up the price of it right now on Warframe.market. Of course, this is going to be for PC. I don't know what the prices are going to be like, whatever crossplay comes, but Prime Cleanse Grenadier is currently going for 350 platinum, right? So if you farm up a bunch of prime sets or a bunch of ribbon mods and then just sell those on Warframe.market, that is totally a mod that you can get. Of course, the other things that you have to keep in mind is the endo cost and the what's it called, the credit tax, whatever you use a trading post, right? So you got to keep those in mind, but this here mod is going to amplify your damage by so much. It is a worthwhile investment. You don't necessarily need it for the regular heck, right? But if you can shoot towards the build that looks a little bit like this, well, then you're going to be good to go. The other thing that you could potentially do if you've invested in the steel path a little bit and you're still stuck with the heck for whatever reason, you could go ahead and throw on Primary Merciless if you've got a full stack of that, and then that would allow you to remove Prime Point Blank. And I'm working with just the polarities that I've got on here, but you could throw on Chilling Grasp, and then you would have Contagious Spread, Chilling Grasp, Chilling Reload, Incendiary Coat, Shotgun Spaz, all that there good stuff. So Primary Merciless essentially just acts like another Serration, right? So you can replace Serration on your build. Chilling Grasp just gives you more viral damage, so your viral weighting is going to be a little bit better. It's more or less still get a one-shot, right? The other build one-shot, this is gonna one shot as well. So okay, maybe not. Don't have my buffs up. Boom. There you go. There's your one shot, right? So yeah, that is the Heck. It's a pretty dang good shotgun for a beginner player, and that is sort of like your upgrade path for it, so to speak. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead, hit that like button below. Consider subscribing for more Warframe videos. If you want early access to all the videos that I make, head over to my Patreon. Subscriptions are $5 a month, and you get early access to literally everything that I post. So I usually make videos on like a Sunday, so I upload like a bunch of videos on a Sunday. So yeah, head over, check that there out, and I will see you guys in the next video.